There is no better time than right now. And no, I'm not referring to some kind of song that maybe you want to drop in the comment section down below. We're referring to the fact that it is mock draft season. I'm so excited. And yes, we are starting out with the Chicago Bears, who own the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. And I'm very excited because there's a lot of different things going on with this pick. Yes, this is our 1.0, our first mock draft, no trades. Also, obviously before free agency, before some of these teams have had the chance to address some of these needs. And yes, we can't be more excited. So today we're going to stop messing around. Yes, we got the holdover. We got a new backdrop, but we brought someone back the old. We got our cup of Joe. Coffee, you gotta love it. Let us know what you guys drink in the comment section down below. Is it do you guys put sugar in it? Is it black? What kind of creamer do you use? Let us know all the deets in the description down below. So let's go ahead and messing around and let's get right to it. So yes, we are picking the Chicago Bears here and all the different things going on with there. Yes, I'm excited for it. I do think this is going to be a very interesting draft this year, and I do think that there's a lot of different things you need to keep an eye on. So first off, 7 rounds. Yes, top speed, blah blah. So high speed, low drag. Care for position of value relatively high because I do want teams to actually take players that have some sort of value. Also, draft for needs high. I want teams to be able to get all the things they need because I want this to be as realistic as possible. That's why we did no randomness. So yes, we are drafting as the Chicago Bears. Again, no trades. If I was the Bears, I would be listening to every single call that they get for this pick because chances are, yes, it's probably going to belong to somebody else later on, but overall, this makes you excited. So we're going to go ahead and start the draft here. So right off the bat, do you trade Justin Fields? No, I'm just kidding. There's so many different things you could do with this. But I don't think that there is going to be a lot of debate on this. There's Will Anderson Jr. You've got needs at wide receiver. Obviously, I don't see one going top 1. There's a lot going on. Edge defenders, you could go Will Anderson here. I also like Myles Murphy if you traded down a little bit. Linebacker, definitely also a need, but I definitely think that for this first pick, it's between Jalen Carter and Will Anderson Jr. I know edge is more of a need, but Jalen Carter is just so nasty. Like, he's just so tantalizing as a draft prospect. Will Anderson Jr. For this first one, though, I think that they are going to go Jalen Carter. Again, this is our first mock draft. We can definitely fiddle around with things as we go along here. And we're also going to take a look back over who's been drafted beforehand and all that wonderful jazz, too, as well. So, here we go. Wow, this is taking longer than I thought. Yeah, the Bears do have a ways to go before they do go ahead and draft again, but that is just how it goes. So, here we go. So, yes, the Bears went Jalen Carter, Bryce Young. Yes, Will Anderson Jr., Will Levis. Yeah, definitely. Back-to-back Clemson guys, Myles Murphy and Brian Bresee. Yeah, that definitely seems possible. And the Raiders getting C.J. Stroud. You love to see it. So in the second round, yes, the Bears did trade away their second overall pick, or their second round pick, excuse me. They did get the Ravens' second round pick, though. So here they go at 54. So we addressed defensive tackle. There's a couple different things we can do here. So do you go Jalen Hyatt, who, don't get me wrong, I think Jalen Hyatt is an absolute stud, or hear me out. I mean, Matthew Bergeron is definitely a stud coming up out of Syracuse. More of a third-round pick, if you ask me. I think you have to go Felix Anudike-Uzomah. Oh, I loved him. We just did our top edge rushers from this class. Make sure you guys check that out. FAU was definitely in that mix. I love me some Anudike-Uzomah, so I think he's going to be a really good player. But I absolutely love Tulu Tuipulotu. I know that's not even close to correct. 13.5 sacks last year for USC. This dude's a stud. I don't think he's a reach at all. I think he's going to rise up draft boards, and I'm in love with this guy. I think he's my biggest draft crush. Getting him in round 2, getting Jalen Carter, also getting Tuli Tuipulotu. Again, I know it's not even close to correct, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So then here we are at 64. Do we double down on edge? No, I'm just kidding. So you got Derek Hall there. Deontay Banks, let's see, Keanu Benton, let's see, tackles there. Ooh, Jerzon Newton is there. Matthew Bergeron is still there, though. This is tough because you are not drafting again for a while. In a situation, the ideal situation, I would trade down here to see if I could get maybe another pick here. But for right now, I love me some Rashee Rice, especially here at the top of the third round. I think he's going to really surprise a lot of people. He's got a big body. He catches pretty much everything in his vicinity. I love the way he runs his routes. Rashee Rice here at the top of the third round. I love it. I love it. So you got Rashee Rice. You got your needs at wide receiver, at edge, at defensive lineman taken care of. I love it. I absolutely love it. So here we go into the what is this? The fourth round. Okay. So Devon Cheney's there. Okay. So Ronnie Hickman's there as well. Oh, Dorian Williams. Dorian Williams, what, over 130 tackles for Tulane last year? Kind of a go-get-it kind of a guy. I love it. I absolutely love it. Cam Jones is there. Okay, Joe Tippmann. Trey Palmer is there at 116. You could double down if you want to. I love me some Trey Palmer. I really do. Ooh, Marvin Mims. Oh, I love Marvin Mims. I want to trade down, but we're going to stay put, and I'm going to try to get the value. I love Dorian Williams. I think he could be, in that third to fourth round. I think his best is definitely a second round in that kind of a range. I think he's got great athleticism, had over 130 tackles for Tulane last year. I think he could come in right away and start for the Bears at linebacker. Love it, love it, love it. So 137 overall is the next pick that is coming up. Again, this is only the first one, pre-draft, obviously pre-draft, but obviously also pre-free agency as well as no trade. So when that kind of comes down, we'll look at some more trade possibilities for the Chicago Bears. But for right now, we're going to continue to move with it. So we got our wide receiver, we got our edge player, our linebacker. Who do we got at tackle here? Ooh, Jalen Duncan. Jalen Duncan coming up out of Maryland. I love me some Jalen Duncan. He's got long arms. I think he could develop into something potentially special a little bit later on down the line. But I mean, okay. So you got Dwayne McBridge there, Chase Brown at running back. I'm going to go Jalen Duncan, the tackle coming up out of Maryland. I think there's a lot of tools to work with there. Mainly started at left tackle, but I think you can move him around in the NFL and maybe move him to right tackle, do some special things there if you want to. But I love me some Jalen Duncan. I really do. So here we go into 150 here. So we've got our wide receiver. We've got our tackle. Do we double down on tackle here if there's any? Ooh, Henry Toyo. There's no way Henry Toyo follows this far. No way. There's no way. I doubt it, but no. He's a heat-seeking missile. This dude is a playmaker. A steal in the fifth round. Absolute steal in the fifth round. I love that pick. So that's honestly probably not going to happen, but you love to see it anyway. So the next thing you see here, Drake Nugent as well. Oh, Josh Welley's there. Kenny McIntosh, Nick Broker. I like me some Drake Nugent, especially getting him there at 178 in the sixth round. You can move him into guard. I love it. Move him around, see all the different things he can do. I love Nugent. Yes. So you got your wide receiver, your tackle, your edge. You double down on linebacker. I love it. We've got our running back, we got our linebackers. So Chris Rodriguez is a stud too. So let's see here. Kenny McIntosh out of Georgia. You gotta love it. Let's see. Ooh, Bryce Ford Wheaton. Do I do it? A little high for Bryce Ford Wheaton. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I love me some Bryce Ford Wheaton coming up out of West Virginia. Doubling down on wide receiver, getting Justin Fields some more help. Just going with it here. So, last pick of the seventh round here. Jadakius Bonds. I really like me. What do you have? 10 touchdowns last year for Hampton. Yeah, dude's a stud. Drake Thomas there as well. Hunter Lupke. Yeah, I love it. Come out of North Carolina State. DJ Bass. Undrafted guy, most likely. I'm going to go TJ Bass. Really to double down because I don't think he's just a tackle in the NFL. I think you can move him to the inside and be a guy that's a priority free agent, UDFA potentially. So, this draft, I like how things ended up, but I do think that the Bears are, they're going to address a lot of needs in free agency. They're going to have the most cap space in the NFL or they're projected to or whatever. So it is what it is there. Number two, I really do think that they're going to really listen to calls for that number one overall pick. So I really like this draft. So starting out with Jalen Carter at the top, just stop it. Give him a B. That's an A. That's Jalen Carter. Dude is unblockable. He's an absolute stud. I think he's Aaron Donald, or at least has the potential to be Aaron Donald 2.0. Yeah, absolutely love it. Also, Tuli Tuipulotu here, the edge player coming up at USC, literally had like 13 and a half sacks for the Trojans last year. Like, came alive in a lot of different portions when they needed him most. I think he's going to be an absolute steal in the second round. I actually think he's going to go in the first round. Rashid Rice, the top of the third round there. Listen, Rashid Rice, he's a big-bodied receiver. He's got great hands. He runs good routes. I love getting him there at the top of the third round. Dorian Williams had over 130 tackles for Tulane last year. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Bears in the long run. Jalen Duncan, coming up out of Maryland. Played a lot of left tackle, but I think you can move him over to the right if need be. Maybe try him at a guard. He's got long arms, so I think he's a developmental guy there at the very least. Getting him in the fifth round, yeah, absolutely love it. Henry To'oTo'o coming up out of Alabama. You getting him in the fifth round, steal the draft. He's going to come in and start for you, linebacker day one. He just takes charge of that defense. Drake Nugent, the center coming up out of Stanford. Again, I think you can move him into guard and do a lot of different things there and have some fun with him. Also, a Bryce Ford Wheaton doubling down on wide receiver here. The playmaker coming up out of West Virginia, you love it. And then also TJ Bass, that dude coming up to be a guy that's probably a priority free agent or somebody that you can at least build on with that offensive line and absolutely get Justin Fields some help. So, but that is it. That is our Chicago Bears 7-round mock draft 1.0, our very first one. No trades, also right before the free agency deadline and all that. So this is just sticking and picking, seeing where you can get and what you can get, kind of moving forward. Definitely going to be more of these mock drafts coming forward and moving forward. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truly awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you like anything else or have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our Chicago Bears 7-round mock draft for the 2023 season, our very first one to start out the year.